Hello, and a merry Monday morning to you, my canoodling crumpets of Valentine Week joy. We are here for all the red and pink and glitter and hearts. And I'm sorry I just have a scratch in my throat. I'm not sick. I just, it's dry and it's winter. And what are you going to do? So anyway, welcome. If I just met you at the Art of Storytelling exhibit, thank you for following along. If I just met you at my author agent retreat this weekend, welcome. So glad you're here. And who else? Oh yeah, my watercolor class last week. It was a wild week, man. Oh, or acting class last night. So yeah, we're totally normal. Anyway, every Monday, me, Hallie, record a weekly reading book review for you of all the books I read this week and other stories I consumed, and the book I'm currently reading, and the books I may or may not probably maybe read next off of my TBR pile. So, should you like to talk about books and stories, please pour yourself a cup of coffee and let us talk about books. So, the first one I finished, we talked about rather extensively last week, I believe. This is BETH is Dead by Bernet. This was amazing. It is a Little Women reframing, remix, whatever you want to call it, retelling, modern day YA fiction, super short, delightful, turnable pages chapters. Instead of just dying because she's weak and sick and frail and fragile, our beloved Beth is murdered. So it was wonderful, especially since my book club in December read the original big one. It's a big one and rather wordy. I have feelings. Little Women as our classic reread or been meaning to read the book. And so reading this right after that was amazing. Katie, I got some words for you. You got me, and amazing. So no spoilers, not going to talk about it, but I loved it. The super short chapters are from the perspective of all four sisters. She nailed the characterization and it was just wonderful. So BETH is Dead, Bernet. Highly recommend if you like a thriller, if you want to read a more readable version of Little Women. It was clever, very entertaining, very well done. It was amazing. So BETH is Dead. Hooray! This is out now from, I can't read it, Simon & Schuster and one of those imprints. Okay, cool. The next one I read was Cat on a Hot Tin Roof by the one and only Tennessee Williams. The play was really interesting in the back because he talked about, or somebody, I don't forget who. Anyway, they're talking about all the different versions, all the different jokes they cut and rearranging, and like all that goes into making a book. So if you're writing a book or a play or something, you know it's going to change. You know it's going to get better. You know everyone's going to have opinions, and it can live in your heart even if people adapt it not to your liking. But man, those characters are hardcore, intense, family, southern chaos. Whew, it's a lot. So I'm going to watch the original, the old movie version, because I owed that this week, hopefully. But yeah, Tennessee didn't like the movie version, but I love it. I love it. I love art and how we all read different things into it. And how adaptable it is in so many different ways. So, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Whew. Okay. And then, as I think I mentioned in this rambly intro, I got to go to my super agent Kristen's house, and my friends, my agent sibling sister, Allie Millington, was there, and she gave us copies of her brand new picture book, When You Find a Question. So she signed it to me. I'm so happy. So I did read that one, picture book, because Allie read it to us, because yay, we spent 24 wild hours just talking about books and stories and characters and brainstorming together, and it was amazing. So thank you, Allie, who she didn't even brag about it, but I'm gonna brag on her. She just won the scbwi Golden Kite Award for her book that came out last January, Once for Yes. It was so lovely. I know we reviewed it within the past month or two. Might have been December, so look for that review. It was wonderful. She is a middle grade author as well as a picture book author. She didn't do the illustrations, but she wrote it, and it's lovely. So congrats, Allie. Love ya, and yay, go team. Okay, currently reading, as I mentioned, I had a very wild week. Did not get a lot of reading done, so that was all I got reading done. But I am in the midst of Hattie, not Hallie, Hattie Mae Begins Again by Sharon G. Flake. This is a middle grade novel in verse, historical fiction, a black girl at a boarding school in Philadelphia. Very fascinating. Would highly recommend, along the same lines of Brown Girl Dreaming, which is just one of the best books ever written. Again, Hattie Mae Begins Again by Sharon Flake. Out now from Knopf. So pretty sure they mailed that to me for freebies. So thank you. I think it's out now. Okay, reading next we'll see. What I'm in the mood for is Love It Full Tilt by the one and only Jenny Howe. This came out last fall. Don't remember how I didn't get around to reading it yet, but I love Jenny. And if you're in the Grandbox, my Patreon author illustrator support community, you'll see something very special that I made for said Jenny Howe and her new book coming soon. So stay tuned for that and looking forward to this. She made up a theme park. This is YA rom-com, which is what my brain needs right now. And I still didn't get to Much Ado About Nothing next on my alphabetical Shakespeare canon list. So gonna read through that one and probably watch the movies. And I just got in the mail, I'm so excited because you know, Shakespeare nerd me, theater gal. This is Shakespeare for Today, All the World's a Stage by Farah Karim-Cooper, who is the head of the Folger Shakespeare Library in DC. And look at that, I got it signed. So this came from East City Bookshop where she did a reading, which I could of course not make it to because DC is kind of far for me right now in this stage of life. But so looking forward to that. Just beautifully illustrated, breaking down Shakespeare for the kiddos. So excited about that. Congratulations, Dr. Cooper, and thank you for signing my book. I love it. Okay, so coffee cheers to you. Let me know what stories you're reading, loving, enjoying, watching, or otherwise. Hubs and I did finish season 1 of Nobody Wants This, and now the title makes sense, and it's just lovely. Really enjoying that. And yeah, that's all I got. It was a wild week, and back in the studio and revisions and working on my monologue for acting class and all the things. So hooray for stories, coffee cheers to you, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.